Palestinians continue to start wars, which they hope will eliminate Israel, lose those wars, and then say, oh my, we're the victims. 1948, again, was not a war that the Jewish state started. It was a war that the Jewish state finished as part of its independence.
What should Palestinians do, in your opinion?
Stop starting wars with Israel and losing.
My opponents here believe that the state of Israel should exist at all. And if we should wipe a UN member nation off the map.
I can slow it down for you and say it again if you're struggling to understand, Eli. Would you like me to say it for you again?
I think, Briahna, okay. I'm asking you. You were asked what Israel should have done, and you gave a long soliloquy about how Gaza doesn't have infrastructure.
As the moderator,
so
I do.
Is that what you think Israel should have done in response?
You haven't answered my question, which is fine.
So DEI Barbie was trending on Twitter the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was funny. I googled, I thought it was funny. I can see why people always think it was a little racist, but I thought it was funny because I actually watched the debate she had with the host, I think Konstantin. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing his name right, but one of the hosts from Triggernometry, he held a debate about, you know, the conflict in the Middle East with Israel and Palestine. And Brie did not conduct herself, in my mind, as a professional, especially as someone whose profession is a reporter or at least an anchor in a news show, The Heel, that plays on YouTube. I don't know if it plays on actually TV, but I know they have a channel here on YouTube. And she more or less conducted herself like an adolescent college student. She conducted herself more like one of those protesters who thought she can just sort of scream out genocide and she won the debate. She was really disrespectful, constantly rude, constantly cutting off people.
And slow it down for you and say it again if you're struggling to understand, Eli. Would you like me to say it for you again?
Something that really frustrates me beyond belief when it comes to the pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas, anti-Israel side, they never answer direct questions.
Briahna, okay. I'm asking you. You were asked what Israel should have done, and you gave a long soliloquy about how Gaza doesn't have infrastructure.
As the moderator,
so
I do.
Is that what you think Israel should have done in response?
You haven't answered my question, which is fine. You haven't answered my question. You haven't answered my question.
I believe that this is just a leftist tactic, because if you watch any debate with someone who is a far lefty on anything, whether it's like abortion, whether it's trans rights, whether it's the economy, whether it's capitalism, whatever, what have you, they never answer questions directly, or they just scream and screech like a witch, or call you names or insult you, call you racist, call you transphobic, call you sexist, call you Islamophobic, all the phobics, right? But they never answer questions directly. A lot of times they refuse to answer a question, and it just like makes a debate with them like a waste of fucking time, because you don't get anywhere and you just go in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles and you don't get anywhere, and it's fucking exhausting to watch. And I'm sure it's very exhausting to have a debate with someone like that who just can't answer a question. You ask them a question, they go off and say like, well, so you think genocide is okay? Well, so you think the slaughter in the Palestinians is okay? Well, that wasn't the question. You can literally ask her, what color eyes do I have? And they won't answer the question directly to you. They will be like, well, that's just a distraction question. You know what I mean? It's like, why are the other side, like the people who are pro-Israeli or pro-ceasefire or anti-war, why do they seem to have the ability to answer questions directly, even if you don't agree with the question, even if it's going to get pushback? But anybody else on the other side seemingly can't answer questions directly. I'm not saying the other side never beat around the bush, but for the most part, you at least feel like you're getting somewhere with them in a conversation or a debate, whether you agree with what they're saying or not. And the other side, I watched so many debates, debate after debate after debate, and it is frustrating. Even the Triggernometry guys have had a few debates about this, and every single time someone from the pro-Palestinian side, they just never answer the questions. They enter the debate extremely defensive, already full of anger and resentment and spitefulness, and you're just like, this is just not pleasant. It's not pleasant to talk to you. It's not pleasant to listen to you. Your anger doesn't come off as, I'm just passionate about something. It's come off as conceited and egotistical, and you just think you're better than everybody. So how dare you even ask me these questions. It is so frustrating. Anytime I watch debates on Piers Morgan, any fucking debate, without fail, they don't answer questions directly. And Brie was definitely fell right into that, and it was just frustrating. And apparently, after the debate was over, she threw her mic, she yelled at the moderator, she called everybody racist, and stomped off the stage like a perpetual adolescent 12-year-old because she didn't get her way, and the audience didn't agree with her. And maybe the audience was already biased, maybe it was already slant, because this is the Triggernometry show, and I don't know if Triggernometry ever really made a stance where they stood, but they don't seem to be coming down heavily on Israel, so maybe they have an audience that won't go heavily on Israel or come down heavily on Israel. So maybe these people are mostly pro-Israel or anti-war, a ceasefire, or whatever. However, you don't huff and puff like a child when you are a professional news anchor and a news reporter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So the DEI reference, I think it comes from two places. Apparently there's some scandal that happened with her that made her seem like she was a DEI employee or whatever. I should say a diversity hire. Or it's like, you obviously cannot stand on the same level of intelligence, and you cannot articulate yourself well with people of your own peers and your own status. So what the fuck are you doing here, and how did you get in this room? It's like her trying to have a conversation with Dr. Judah Peterson, and Dr. Judah Peterson would be like, how did I even end up sitting with this person? She's definitely not on my intellectual level of a match. So people were just going to assume you got this job for one reason, and we can't pretend that none of this ever happens, because Biden out of his own mouth said he was going to hire a black woman no matter what. Not somebody who was good for the job, not the best person, not the smartest person, but a black woman simply because they're black and they're female and have a vagina. So we know this happens, so we can't pretend that this is not a thing. And if they just drop that, then people don't have to make those assumptions about people of color. And if they drop that, just like affirmative action, we can assume when you're here because you are on the same level intellectually as everybody else. So yes, I think it was a little bit of a rude statement from the host of Triggernometry, a little bit childish, I think. And you can't claim to say like it has nothing to do with race and kind of use that as a little bit of an attack. But I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I kind of giggled. I thought it was kind of funny because I saw the debate and she was intolerable. The other guy wasn't as intolerable, but still, same. It's like you already know everything they're gonna say off jump, because they just say the same things over and over and over again. Usually come with very little facts. Usually take literally all of their news from uni college kids on TikTok or straight from Hamas. Like, they don't have a reason to lie to anybody. So it's always obvious what they're gonna say, because again, they repeat the same thing over and over again. Not that I'm saying that the pro-Israel side comes up with something so new, but usually they have something to say. They can explain, they can give you dates and facts and, you know, the author of literature and articles and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's just really, really frustrating to listen. It is, and I'm open to listen, but every single time it's like, oh my God, pulling teeth, just answer the fucking question. Just answer the fucking question. Why is that so hard? I don't know. And again, it could be a debate tactic that has been passed down from unikid to unikid, or it can be the fact that they know they don't have hard evidence to back up their stuff, so they're using emotional language instead, like genocide, apartheid, stuff like that. Or they know if they say how they really feel, it's going to come off really bad, or they don't want to be proven wrong if they do try to explain themselves, because again, they don't know what they're talking about. So like for me, I don't know any other reason why you won't just answer the question, because they know they can't stand on the same level intellectually as the person they're debating. And so if they answer the question, then their argument will probably be easily dismantled. So just don't answer the question, period. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you think what he said, calling her a DEI Barbie, was racist or unprofessional or uncalled for, or if you thought it was funny. Did you watch the debate? Did you like Brie's performance? Did you think that it was a biased debate? Whatever, let me know. By the way, I'm still in Indonesia, so this is going to be my background for a while. I'm in a dorm, but literally all by myself, so it's basically my room. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, please, for the love of God, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the comment section down below. And you can super thanks. And you guys have an amazing, beautiful day.
To start wars,
Bye.
which they hope will eliminate Israel, lose those wars, and then say, oh my, we're the victims.
These numbers have been stuck at about 34.